It blows your mind finding
horror movie. And that means raw and real and not a single joke.
Hey, are you okay?
So I came up with a different scenario.
Drop. What is the reason why?
I decided it would really be...
The concept of the company was always to find great sense of style who have not done a movie before.
Then I came to America on a Fulbright scholarship, a company that advertised movies. That's how I got into that world.
He came in and really blew us away by making a presentation.
Michael actually pioneered this whole idea of taking the best of both worlds and sort of like juggling it all. There's some areas where I just knew.
I told everybody I wouldn't do this film again, and without even a moment's hesitation, I said yes.
The one single aspect that I'm the most proud of is the cast. We were looking for, but we were also looking for compatibility. They gotta look believable that they're all going from one.
It's like synchronicity.
We were looking for the part of Kemper.
Kem, can you do something about the AC back here? I'm melting. No.
My wife is a huge 6 Feet Under fan. She kept on pointing on Eric. And I went like, damn, he would be really good, and what an edge.
Keep your goddamn voice down.
He always wanted to be in a horror movie that everyone was terrified of, so it's like kind of a dream come true.
All right, that's it. If somebody's out there, just stop fucking around, all right?
When he did audition, he had this saying,
do you understand that we cannot drive around this town with a dead woman in the back of our van?
You ever throw that just loosens things up. Regrettably, against popular belief, was the first one to get.
He gets killed 20 minutes into the movie.
33,000 Americans each day are infected with a sexually transmitted disease, and 2/3 of them are just about your age.
And he's a very seasoned movie actor.
A girl blew her head off in our car today. We lost our weed. We're dicking around this. Po don't give it down.
It was awesome.
But he did not get the role.
Mike Vogel's part, or
his role is that of the guy who always says the wrong thing.
I guess that's what brains look like. Huh? Sort of like lasagna, kind of.
God, he's a schmuck.
All right, I'll shut up now. When you bring an audience in mentally into something and get them to care about the characters, get them to care about what these guys are going through, people would look at this and be like, oh my word.
The movie opens, she's making out with Andy.
We didn't even know each other yesterday. I had to. Isn't it? Okay, this could be. Oh my God! Look out!
He impressed everybody watching Full Metal Jacket.
As soon as he gets on set, Vogel starts quoting Full Metal, very reticent to start becoming that character, but after 15 minutes.
That name sounds like royalty to me, or you...
Tried it for that. Excuse me, you mind getting the fuck out of my way, son? Oh, pretty little thing. Back when I was a young patrolman, I used to love this dead body.
She was just fantastic.
Something like this comes along, you realize.
Capability.
Jesse, do you want this? I don't really want it anymore.
Vote Dorfman for president.
He's not the old woman's husband, but they sort of keep him around. And although it's just him dearly.
We certainly didn't have the money like in Forrest Gump where you could digitally remove limbs.
5 at least.
Carpets, so he was on his knees all the time.
Bring it, boy. Come on.
Character in our movie.
Marcus is very much a visual, that goes into us.
You can create this picture of death as beautiful.
We made a conscious effort to have
And in the bleach bypass process, they skip the bleach. The whites go a little bit stronger. Shadows get more contrasting in the picture.
the one bit of color that you would see.
The situation, even though it seems that we had a couple of $1 million more than the original.
The remake was more Hollywood type of production. But at the same time, we weren't large budget. I mean, boards everywhere have been drawing the film.
Actually wound up inspiring one of the scenes that we started the movie off with. That's pretty much how it looked every evening. The location really affects actors and it affects the acting. It couldn't be scarier. This house looks like they're
basically all the right settings, long hallways. It looked a lot like the original.
Nobody lived in this house for decades. The cobwebs and
because we wanted to keep the texture that was on it. It looked so great. I mean, it looked like some scenic had come in and done this on purpose, and I don't think we could have done it any better. It was pretty much shot right there.
The look of the kitchen that we tried to go with came a lot from the director.
It's sort of like a forest of yicky stuff to go through, and there's all this paraphernalia.
Flies, there's everything in that kitchen. His tools that he used, he had various meat clears.
Hey, marker. Hey, Mark.
Very little did we have to do to that place. We did do a little bit of painting and aging, maybe a few barrels and boxes and crates and things like that.
A pretty fast and...
You were just trying to scare me into leaving.
We went inside them in the little closet there. When we scouted out their closet, when Kemper's opening up the closet, this possum will scare the hell out of all of us.
Damn it! You missed something. It's a possum.
In the third act, trying to do.
I suggested the idea was definitely beneath the surface of this movie.
When he walks into the kitchen with the hanging meat.
When we first got the van, it looked nothing like what you see in the movie van. At the same time, it had...
And that make it like a little bit of a home.
Leather. It's basically the same thing as a hide from an animal.
Pigsty.
The Balfour.
Balfour. He came in and we put what's called alginate on his face and actually got a perfect duplication of his face. And we made that into a silicone version of him. Do some stitchings here and here, rip the eyelid a little bit.
And kind of wet it down, give it that moist look. Eric was out.
Watch me on HBO. You good? 6 feet under.
The silicone mask. The silicone doesn't breathe at all and has... And where I have that mask and it's very limited visibility and I have to jump off the van with a 35-pound chainsaw.
Take the rubber one that spouts smoke, and then for the next take, we take the real one without the teeth.
Or whatever it needed to do at that point.
Very heavy. It literally weighs about 35 pounds. That's only because full blast is scary. Cut through legs, dangerous.
The saw is fast.
Leatherface's best friend, chainsaw.
Which really makes my job easy because he cares so much about what...
Have real physical experiences, but to
On job, and I respect that agreement.
There are Marcusisms.
We shoot, we can fuck that now!
But Marcus, the actors aren't here.
I don't give a fuck, I shoot around on everything! We must get... What are you, an idiot?
So
that is my...
That our DP is plotting against. Daniel Pearl is always, he'll tell Marcus, yeah, you know, I need 1 more minute ball. They've been shooting together for years now, so he knows he's always, Pearl, is this another one of your schemes? What am I waiting for?
We leave them alone, and they get through it. It's fun. You feel like you're waging a battle with him.
This is like a guerrilla war.
It's a little bit more intense than the normal.
Arguments and...
Rolling! Action!
He sees things before they happen and knows what he wants to happen immediately, sometimes faster than people's hands can actually move.
We didn't shoot fast enough for Marcus.
You know where we are.
And he got pissed off and started hitting me in the head. I didn't think it was my fault.
Breath or eat or stop either, but that's fun.
Enough can do, Jessica.
And so people were willing to go that extra mile for us.
Meat hook.
We actually took a real meat hook and we cut the end off of it. We call it a blunt end. Anyway, when we took this real hook and put a dummy on that, we insert a real hook into a slot that has a metal protector between him and his skin to give it a realistic look.
Bring up your arms and drop out!
For that sequence, we had to put him in a harness. And the harness kind of went around his thighs and his butt and kind of around his waist and really dug into him. He was in a tremendous amount of pain when we were shooting the sequence. We offered to take him down off the harness a couple times. Got that thing for 5 hours.
And he's a little terrifying. I'm not quite sure about him.
I'm hanging there on the hook, staring down at him, and he's just looking at me through this mask. It was tripping me out.
There was one scene where he's supposed to be cutting my shirt off my back, and he's like grunting and moaning, jabbing me and stabbing me in the back, and I'm like hunched over dead and going, Andrew, you're cutting me, you're cutting me. And he was literally like cutting into my back and stuff and didn't care.
You ready, money?
Stand by.
One step this way.
The character is real clear to me, you know, and the motivation is real clear to me. And then the job at hand is also more important to me than playing fantasy around the set face.
It's all in the job. All in a day's work.
Here we go.
Okay, we're gonna enter puking stage again.
Okay, Mike's gonna puke.
You all right, Andy?
Check, please.
You hear stories from a lot of people about everyone goes to work and goes home and they're really alienated. We've had a chance as a cast to really bond and make real relationships on and off the set. Everyone has gelled. Every night we're hanging out.
Hey, Beth, we see the van? I saw it. Check the van out. The van's good. It's good. Oh, yeah.
Oh, we don't fuck around. It looks good. I think it's going to carry on that way after even we're done shooting.
Working with Jessica has been a nightmare. Never easy, never cool.
Eric smells. He doesn't shower. And he doesn't use soap.
I don't want any stepmoms around me.
We have so much fun just being knuckleheads.
Tucker, that is Herr Vogel. Herr Vogel.
He's dead.
He's a male model. Pretty boy. Put your hands up and show him the male model pose. Marcus wanted a real contrasting style. She wanted the pretty boy.
So we hired Jonathan Tucker,
so they
and he
hired
went
Mike
with the more
Vogel.
character-y type.
And then they went with the character type, Jonathan Tucker. Banter and laughing for a year.
Tough.
Oh my God.
This commune in Big Sur.
Eden type moment. It was very cool when you saw it in that light, you know. During the day and you see the old fat people and you're kind of like, oh.
Hey guys, listen up.
And then the last day of shooting, we wrapped him. I don't think anyone had any iTube.
Everybody, thank you. You all were fucking amazing. Very much. Thank you guys so much for an amazing experience. You all can take your wardrobe.
Oh no, here we go.
Oh no, come on.
Oh, no, get this on film. And you can shove it.
He was buck naked and walked off the set into the darkness.
Enhanced.
The minute you enter the...
You look at it and make it a virtue.
Oh shit.
She's hot, isn't she? Marcus, I can introduce you.
We had what you usually use for anal examinations.
Collar.
But it's good for we had a donut-sized hole cut into the dummy's cranium.
The prosthetic dummy, and as the camera tracked back, the dummy tracked back with the camera, and then as it pulled out of the head, Stoddard rigged it so that it would snap back.
At it. We sat there trying to do it, and we all looked at each other like, this is crazy. He's nuts, we're never gonna get this. But we just went over it a few times and it became a dance.
Oh my God. Inside the van, but that bracket.
We cut a slot.
People at Asylum put the part of the rear window with it, complete with its reflections.
We made a
Just kind of the
that everything else fits around and upon. Sound effects is like the muscle and the tissue in the human body that give it some energy. That makes it feel like it's one complete entity.
I got it.
For the music, we didn't want a catchy tune.
Leatherface has a theme that played on low strings for a dirty, dreary effect. Gives it a kind of an ethereal quality, takes you into the film. There are emotional spots in the film.
I did it so we could start a life.
Because Kemper, they did need sort of a theme to connect them.
Come on. Get in.
And then later on, when Kemper is hinted at again in another character that they didn't really get to know because he died.
Oh my God.
The mercy killing, as we called it.
Do it!
The music played mind of I don't want.
Over a period of time, the filmmakers reviewed
at the box.
This movie is trailer is more about the sense of
You made me go back.